Hello and welcome to a basic tutorial on Google Classroom. To access your Google Classroom, you actually have to be inside Google Drive. If not, if you're already logged into the Google Chrome browser, your Google Classroom button can also be found up in the Extensions tab. But let's take a look on how to access Google Classroom through Google Drive. The first thing you want to do is click Apps, More, Google Classroom. I actually have to switch my account. There we go. When I first log in, I have several classes already listed. All of my students are enlisted in Google Classroom from 3rd grade, as you see, up to 8th grade. I color-coded all mine. That's a step I'll show you in a moment. But to add a classroom, you simply click on the plus button up in the top right-hand side, click Create Class. Give your class a name. I'm going to call this 2O Technology section, and I'd like to do the section 16-17. You could do 2016, 2017, just so I know what year this class was made in. Click Create. There we go. As you see, there's a natural background or a natural background. This is a background that was automatically selected. I could change that by clicking Select Theme. I'm a big patterns person. I like to put each of my classes under a different pattern, different color, but you can also look in the gallery as well. They have different photos there also. So I'm going to go back to gallery. And I'm going to pick this pattern, select theme to class. There we go. You can also upload a photo. So if you have a particular photo that you would rather use, whether it be your school logo, what have you, you can upload it right to Google Classroom. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. Your students are enlisted in here. This is the code where you can locate that. I would highly suggest, after you invite students, to lock the code, disable that code, so no students can come in and add your class that you don't want to be in there. I have mine set for students can post and comment. I would suggest keeping this because the whole point of having an online classroom is the collaboration and the communication that can greatly benefit from an app such as Google Classroom. But if you really want to narrow that down, students can only comment, and they can only comment on your posts, so they cannot add anything to the stream. And if you really want to take away a lot of the usability, teachers can only comment and post, where the students are just firmly listening to what you are putting inside the Google Classroom. I'm going to keep mine students can post and comment. Going into the About tab, you can add a class description. You can add your room number. What I love here is that it automatically collects and creates and makes you a paperclip and puts everything into a folder right in your Drive. So here we are. Here's all my classroom folders. Here's the 2O. Now any assignment or anything that's turned in or any assignment that I create is automatically created right inside my folder. Another great feature is opening Google Classroom. Any opening calendar, any assignment that I give automatically goes up into Google Calendar, and I can decide to share that with my students on my website or blog, or the students can look right inside the Google Calendar when they log into Classroom. Going back to the stream. The stream is where everything happens. This is like the meat and potatoes of Google Classroom. Very easy to add items. In the bottom right-hand corner is the plus sign. You can create an announcement, such as, "Welcome to my class. Glad to have you here." I would suggest getting into making topics, because what they do is help you organize your information for the students to find. Now, in addition to make an announcement, say you're going on a field trip or school photos are coming in, or there's an important piece of paper that needs to go home, you can attach that right here up into your announcement. It doesn't matter if it's a Google Doc, if it's a Microsoft Word, whatever have you. You can also insert something right from your Google Drive, a YouTube video, or a specific link on the website. I can also schedule a post. Say I'm posting this on Sunday night, but I don't want this to show up on Wednesday. I can actually go in and schedule exactly what day and what time I want this to post. I can also save as draft and come back to it at any time. I'm going to post that into my classroom. The next item is creating an assignment. Here is where I give my assignment a title. I'm going to call this Computer History Worksheet. Okay. Please complete and return back to me on Google Classroom. Thank you. I'm going to give it a due date of 27th. I want it done by 11:59. You don't have to be that specific. Next is my topic. I'm going to create the topic, and you noticed the welcome already came into play, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. So here's my computer history. Now what am I going to do? I'm actually going to take a worksheet that I have created previously to this class. Let me find it here. And it's actually going to be under curriculum. 5th grade. Computer history is on it already. There we go. I'm going to attach that. I'm going to add. And here's something very interesting you can do. Students can view the file, which means they can only look at it. Students can edit the file. Be careful with this. Say you're starting a doc where you want students to add information to, multiple students at one time, then you could put students can edit the file. If you keep it this way, they're going to actually change this file, which subsequently will change for every student after that. What I love about this feature is to make a copy for each student. Okay, so I have my worksheet attached. I'm going to click Assign. You'll notice on the left-hand side now my topics come into play. If I click on Welcome, anything that has anything to do with the topic Welcome will show up. And the same with computer history. It's just a way to organize and keep your classroom neat and easy to find information. Now look, when this is assigned, it's going to tell me how many students were done, how many students were not done. When a student opens this up, it automatically will make a copy for them. It will ask, do you want to make a copy? I own that, so when I open it up, it's not going to say make a copy. That is how you can assign work. In a later tutorial, I'll show you what it looks like for a student to submit work. But we're just going to look at the teacher end of this for today. The next one is create a question. I love, love, love create a question. I will ask a student a question as a monthly message board, and what they need to do is either research or state their opinion about a topic, and they need to submit their response to me. Once they do submit their response to me, then it unfolds all the other students' answers, and you can have them. Students can reply to each other. So question, I'm going to say October monthly message. And in here, you can ask them, tell me one interesting, just for example, fact about yourself, then reply to appear in class. Okay, due date. I'm going to make this due at the end of the month. Absolutely, they have till 11:59. Create topic. I'm going to put message board. There we go. I like to put students can edit the answer. Say they're in the middle of typing and they run out of time. They can actually save it and then go back and change it. After the due date, you can always change that, but it will flag you to tell you that a student is late. So I'm going to click ask. Okay, so now we have a question asked, an assignment, and an announcement. What is left over here is the reuse post. If you're teaching multiple sections of one class, you can easily just grab one assignment, one question, one announcement from one Google Classroom and apply it to the next Google Classroom. If you have a document, perhaps, that you want to share that is not a Google document, let me just show you how that happens. So, for example, we're going to create an announcement, and we're going to call this Computer Club is now accepting applications. Spell that right. Give it a topic. Create topic, Computer Club. Now, you don't have to keep creating topics. I'm just trying to show you how we can keep things organized. So I'm going to click on the paperclip. I'm going to, let me just upload. Let me see if I have something in my files. That's a QR code. Do I have anything that's easy to grab? Computer Club. Here we go. Permission slip. It's in Microsoft Word. I'm going to click upload. And here we go. Now they have the ability to download if it's a Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, if it is a PDF file. Now they have the ability to grab it right from my Google Classroom. Mrs. Bloom, I don't know where it's located. Just say, go under the topics, Computer Clubs. There it is, all nice and neat and organized for you. So that's it. That's your basic setup for Google Classroom. The next tutorial will be how you can grade and send back messages and individual grades to students using Google Classroom.